Hello, everyone. Welcome to the WSOT 2025 Preheat Livestream Traders Competition. I'm Maya from Bybit, and I'll be one of your hosts today. Today, we're getting you ready to trade smarter, giving you real insights from some of the best in the game, and making sure you know exactly how to get the most out of WSOT this year. Let me tell you a little bit about what we have lined up. We have a 10 million USDT prize pool this year. We have new rules that make joining WSOT easier than ever before, and we have a few giveaways lined up during this stream, so keep your ears open. And we also have our guests, traders who have been here, done it, and are ready to share with you what works and share some advice with you as well.
I'm Stella from Bybit. I'm co-hosting with Maya today. We've got an amazing show for you today, together with our incredible guests who are joining with us to share their insights of trading and fun stories of WSOT. So before we jump in, let's get to know the people you'll be learning from. They are David Tech, Sammy, Chart Champions, Daniel. Let's give them a warm welcome, guys. So how about introducing yourself to our audience? If you have participated in WSOT before, tell us about your WSOT stories and how many years have been participating. Have you won? Or if not, how does it feel to lose? And what's the highest ranking you have ever reached? Let's start with Chart Champions.
Hello. Hope you can hear you can hear me okay and everything here. Perfect. So my name's Daniel from Chart Champions. We've been doing the World Series of Tradings, I think, since it began in like 2018, or since the first one was done. So we've been in them a long time. I know when it first started, we've never won the World Series of Trading, but we've had some good finishes within the top 10. But as the competition's gone on year, of course, it's got bigger and bigger, and the Asians are extremely good. So it's very difficult to beat them. But no, overall, looking to just have fun in the competition again and see where we come.
Yeah, so you're also a squad leader this year, right?
Yes.
Okay, hope everything goes well with your team, with your squad. Yeah, this could be your year.
Thank you.
Let's hear from David Tech.
Hi there.
Yeah, you were muted back there.
Hello. Thank you very much for inviting me to the show. Thank you very much, guys, for having me. And hi, Daniel, Sammy. My name's David from David Tech. I'm an algo trader. I trade with bots, and this is my first WSOT. Very excited. Hopefully, I'll get into the top 10 as well, but very, very excited. A little bit nervous, but hopefully we'll do well.
Have you read through the rules before you joining?
Yes. Yeah. I've read through them, chat GPT'd them, and again to make sure that I can get my edge on the market.
So, like some of you, like David, you were new to WSOT, and Chart Champions, you've been WSOT before. So I don't know if you have the same feeling, but I feel like WSOT has been around for a really quite long time. So here's a quiz for you guys. Like, do you know, like what year, how many we have been holding WSOT, and what year is WSOT 2025? It's just a quick guess.
It feels like this might be the fourth one. Maybe that's wrong.
You're close. You're kind of
close. You're close. But it's actually longer. We have a long history.
It's actually the 6th year.
Yeah, it's the 6th year. Yeah.
Let's hear from Sammy as well. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, what's going on? So, my name's Sammy Loyal. Been trading for 8 years, and I just try to take a grounded, realistic approach to the market. I don't complicate my life. Just look for support levels, draw them out, press buy, keep it nice and simple. And it's been working fairly well overall, ups and downs.
That's great.
Yeah.
We actually have a few questions lined up for you guys, but first we're going to share with an audience quite a fun part of this live stream, which is the giveaways. Why don't you take us through the first part,
Sure.
Stella?
So time for the exciting part, the live stream giveaway today. So we've got 5,000 USDT in red packet rewards dropping right here during the stream. And it's split into 2 rounds. Round 1, we've got 250 seats for existing users to get 15 USDT each. All you need to do is to register for WSOT and trade over 50K in 7 days. And round 2, if you're new to Bybit, don't worry, we also got you covered. We have 250 seats for those who signed up for Bybit in the past 3 days to get 5 USDT. And all you have to do is to register for WSOT and deposit 100 USD in 7 days.
That's not all. We're also giving away an iPhone 16 Pro Max and AirPods Max. And here's how you can win. Screenshot this stream and post it on your X with the hashtag WSOT 2025 and the hashtag rewrite and reshape. And don't forget to tag us at Bybit_official. Then what you have to do is drop your post link in the chat of this stream and complete the eligibility task, which you can also find in the chat box. Let's get into the Q&A now.
Okay, so guys, let's get into it. Now it's time to get all the details for what the WSOT experience is really about from the people who know about it the best. Let's start with this theme for WSOT 2025, rewrite and reshape. WSOT 2025 is a new era of access, transparency, and fair play, all powered by Bybit.
And part of that is actually one of the big changes that we made to WSOT this year. The barrier to entry is gone. You don't need any equity to register, just 100 USDT to unlock all leaderboard rewards during pre-heat and main events, and 0 requirements for the trading volume leaderboard. So we have a few questions for you guys. Now that the competition is more open, we can start with Daniel. For beginners who have never joined a trading competition before, what would be your #1 piece of advice?
Yes, so if you've never joined a trading competition before, I'd probably say the biggest advice is not to over leverage, because I know a lot of people when they join these competitions, they want to go on like massive high leverage and because that is the main way that you can only really win the competition. But I think it's best to take it slow and steady rather than trying to shoot for the stars straight away. Just trade as you normally would. So even though it's a competition and you want to win, you're probably going to blow up your accounts if you start using crazy high leverage. So just keep it slow, keep it steady, and trade as normal, but enjoy the competition. But I wouldn't change your strategy just because it's the competition.
So basically, business as usual. Don't do anything too crazy.
Yeah.
Let's hear from you, David. What are your opinions on this?
Yeah, great advice from Daniel. I think I agree 100%. Trade as usual, consistency is the rule. Just continue, don't use too much leverage, be consistent, use the same risk management. If you're into bots like me, continue using bots and don't worry and stay cool.
It'll psych you out, like if you take it too seriously to rank high, you'll like Daniel said, you will end up blowing up your account more times than not. But it's also one of the brilliant benefits is if you do just trade normally, you stand to make extra money for free that you otherwise wouldn't have had. So it can essentially sweeten a good month, basically, which is also a great deal.
Sounds great. The next question is actually for Sammy. So trading competitions can be really intense sometimes. What's your best tip for managing frustration and keeping your cool, not just during WSOT, but any type of trading losses in general?
The single best thing you can do is an answer nobody's going to like, but it's to take some time off the market. So that's going to vary for most people. A month is very effective. 2 weeks is probably very effective. Even a week, even I think 72 hours is pretty effective. But we don't really have the privilege to just take ourselves out of the market when everything is moving, and it's literally been 7 months, 2 times throughout a year period, for example. That doesn't work, but throughout a long period of time, it's been 7 months of consolidation, and we finally get a breakout, for example. You're not gonna want to artificially put the brakes on when the brakes have already been on the market for a long time, and that makes it very hard to deal with that kind of frustration. I don't like looking at it from that perspective. I think it's a lot more productive to focus on prevention. Once you're already there aren't many ways out. You could make money, you could take a trade that makes you money, but now you're scrambling and you're in a really bad headspace, and even if it works, it's not sustainable. For the most part, you want to not risk too much money. You want to follow the rules that you've set for yourself and not deviate away from them. These are the things that'll really keep you from reaching a place of frustration, because once you get there, you're really honestly, time I've found is, I hate to say it, but it's kind of the most useful tool. And that's not something that we have spare. We don't have spare time. We don't have an abundance of time. The bull market is only going to be a bull market for so long. And that means it's going to end up getting more difficult to trade again at some point. So we've got to take advantage of what we have in front of us while we can.
I mean, makes sense actually. So it's basically whether you want to go like fully in, but at times you have to take a break, but you might incur some losses in doing that, which is something
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's just a reality, and that's because it's very hard to regain objectivity. Maybe you've got mental rehearsals and different things like that. That's different, but I don't really know about them. I just know that time works. It's something that I mean, time is money, right? You pay an opportunity cost for every day that you're not looking at it, but you also don't want to dig a hole deeper and deeper, especially if it doesn't need to go that way.
I mean, yes, makes sense. We actually have a few quick fire questions prepared for you guys. So let's start. We can actually start with David. How often? Oh, no. We can start with Daniel, because this one is actually whether you participated before or not. How often do you usually check the charts when you're part of the competition? Is it something you do every hour? Is it every few hours?
Yeah, I check it. I'd say probably once every few hours, or at least when I wake up in the morning. I would say when I wake up, just see how we're doing, and then keep it. Check it every few hours during the day. I'm not like updating it every 5. I know it updates every 5 minutes, but I'm not so obsessively looking at it like that. But every few hours, and when the day starts and when the day ends, just to see how it's progressing.
Yeah, that's not so bad actually.
We have a question for David. So what is the most controversial tip you would give to the first-time WSOT participants?
Controversial, I'd say don't try to predict Bitcoin price, for example. I don't spend too much time like Daniel on charts. I look once or twice a day at charts as well. But don't try to predict too much in advance. Take the trades. Obviously, we're going to have to use leverage to be ranked high in the competition. But just manage your risk, size correctly, and stay consistent throughout. Not particularly controversial, but they're the tips that I would use when trading.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. I don't know if any others have this like controversial tips to give, like kind of dangerous, but it might be winning in a competition. Might be.
I don't know anything dangerous.
Okay.
I think the only controversial thing that I would say, which is not something that I would do, but really the only way to win the competition is going super high on leverage. So it's very unlikely that you're going to win the competition trading on spot, for example. Like the winners are always having 1,000 to 10,000% gains, which you're not going to get unless you're on leverage. So that would be the controversial thing. Like you do have to use high leverage, but it's not really anything that we would do. And so
Not for
it's difficult.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably not. We actually have a fun one up next that I think all of you can answer. If you were to win WSOT, is there any gift you would like to buy yourself with your wins? What would be the first thing that you'd want to get yourself?
Like with the rewards, with the prize pool that you have.
What does first place get again?
Like for example, if you win this year in WSOT and you have get the rewards, what would the thing that you want to buy for yourself or what you want to use that money for?
He's asking what is the reward?
What is the reward?
Amount, yes.
The amount we have a 10 million reward total prize pool for WSOT this year.
You
It's
can
a
get
lot.
a lot of stuff with 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is,
What
it's
is that
split
like?
between different competitions
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
split
Yeah.
between the competitions, leaderboards, but still, like if you can go top, you can still have a huge amount of money.
Buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's kind of the only right answer, isn't it? That's an extra 100 Bitcoins, that's not a bad deal.
So everyone's aligned on this. Everyone's buying more Bitcoin.
Yeah.
If you were to win a non-trading competition, what competition would you for sure win? Is it gaming? Is it sports? Is it cooking?
Battlefield 6 beta just ended, and I was pretty good at that. I'll just say, yeah, that was good.
So we have a question from the chat box from the audience. Like for Daniel and David, what is your strategy for WSOT this year? And all of you are squad leaders. So what is your strategy to be a squad leader, to lead your team? What will be your strategy?
Yeah, so mine will be the same way as I trade so normally. So that would be like very patient. So I'm turning into more of like swing trading. So mark out my level. So every day I will do my analysis and mark out my levels of interest. Generally, that will be one big level of support or one big level of resistance, and then just wait patiently for like those confluence levels to be hit. And then I trade off of order flow. So it will just really simple. Step number 1, do the analysis. Step number 2, remain patient for the level to be hit. Step number 3, when the level is hit, decide based off of the order flow. Okay, actually, do I still want to enter the trade here? Yes or no? And
So order flow validates your trade setup.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. You should explain order flow.
So
A
order
tiny
flow
bit.
in an essence is essentially you're looking at the footprint of the market. So you're looking at all the orders coming in, how much actual volume there is. It's a little bit more in detail. So within the volume, everyone looks at volume. For example, on the Bybit chart, you can see the volume, but you can see how much of that volume is buys, how much of it sells, how much of it's limit orders, how much of it's market orders, pairing it with like the open interest. So is it new longs coming in, or is it shorts closing? And it kind of helps validate, like, okay, this level has been hit. So for example, you hit a support level. Has that support level been hit on just declining open interest and low volume and not many people are interested? Or do you hit that level and then you get a spike in open interest, spike in volume? And, it's kind of just giving you an idea. There's no 100%, but it's giving you a good idea. Okay, yeah, this level that I predetermined is a good support. Now it's been hit, or there is actually an uptick of interest. It increases the probabilities that it will hold as support. So yeah, that will be my strategy.
And if you see an increase in open interest, which means more positions coming into the market, but the price doesn't really move at that support level, does that tell you that it's not working and we might collapse below?
So in that instance, it's sometimes where I say it is, it depends on how strong that support is, because sometimes the level will hit for me and the open interest is like upticking, but the level's holding, not hold. It's like just hovering around a level. And then 9 times out of 10, if that's the case, I would say like the open interest or the order flow at that point is not giving a clear yes or no. And so then I would generally still take the trade if it's a good level.
So you value that horizontal level first as like tier 1.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I
Same
think
for
that's
me.
similar to you as well, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the only thing I do actually. I used to do indicators, tools. I don't even really look at Fibonacci's that much anymore, stuff like that.
It's interesting.
It's all just horizontal levels. How strong do I think that level is? And I bid it if it looks good.
Yeah.
Nice and straightforward.
I think that's the best thing to do.
Yep.
Keep it simple.
Oh. Was it over to me now?
Yeah. You David.
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so my strategy, very much like Daniel, is I'm going to keep it the same as before. I'm a bot trader, so I backtest, use data in my favor. I put probabilities on my side using data. So I backtest all of my strategies. Currently, I'm trading around 32 bots, diversifying across multiple pairs, timeframes, and different strategies. Each of them are different strategies. And using the connector, API connector through Bybit to take all the trades and execute all the trades in the background. So I don't spend my life looking at charts. I spend my life coding, but I don't spend my life looking at charts. And yeah, yes, so that will be my my strategy continuing throughout WhatsApp.
Okay, sounds good. Let's hear from Sammy as well.
Yeah, like Sammy, you have heard from the strategy of David and Daniel. If you're going to join WSOT, which team like you want to join?
I love both so much. Like Daniel's trading style is kind of my default. I just don't go as complex. But I believe bots are superior because you don't it's really hard dealing with the psychological pitfalls of being a trader. And I think if I probably just made a super simple bot since I started trading 8 years ago, it probably would have outperformed me. A super just buy moving averages, on a large time frame, just buy Bitcoin every time it dips into a moving average and just essentially DCA for my whole life into Bitcoin. I think most people that would have worked out better. So I think both are Daniel's is super fun, right? But then you take David's approach and you have code that comes to life and prints cash, with a little bit of tweaking and and that's pretty cool. I don't know what's ideally you want to do both. I think you want to do both, and that's what I do.
Yeah, I've been a fan of Daniel's for absolutely ages. I even backtested his strategy when I met you in Singapore about 3 or 4 years ago, I think it was. Yeah.
I think I remember. I remember you made a video about that, right?
Yeah, I did. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Okay, that's really. I forgot that. I didn't put the pieces together. Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I do remember the video.
Yeah. It works well. It works well, by the way, in bots.
Yeah, no, I think using them both together is like a good idea. I've not got into bots, but actually, yeah, maybe I need to speak to you and get into bots because, yeah, I think using them together could be a really good strategy, to be honest.
Yeah. We've been trying to kind of clean up the copy trading space at the moment, and with just bots, and currently we're doing quite well. We're dominating most of the copy trading space with the bots at the moment. So hopefully the next.
Yeah, I saw Ronnie's doing really well with it, right?
Yeah,
He's using your
really
bots.
well. Yeah. Very proud.
saw
Very proud. We're turning not so good traders like myself. I'm a terrible manual trader, even though I did try to do it manually, but FOMO and things like that just killed me. But we're trying to convert the bad traders into good traders using bots.
That's really cool.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Okay. So thank you guys for your sharing about your strategy. So let's get our topic back to the WSOT itself. So this year, there's several changes. One of the major changes is we have WSOT preheat event for you before the main competition starts. So the idea of preheat event is to provide users with a space where they can shape and sharpen their skills by joining the in-event tasks and activities, and at the same time to gain daily rewards. So for new users, you can get multiple rewards by just depositing over 100 USD. And you can also get multiple rewards by inviting your friends to Bybit and register for WSOT. And there's a training ground, the daily PNL percentage leaderboard, where you can test out your strategies and also get the chance to share a 20,000 USDT airdrop prize pool daily, and you can get a chance to unlock daily mystery boxes just by trading. So this is your ultimate take to unlock 1,000 USDT airdrop on a daily basis.
Okay, let's just do a quick reminder for our giveaways during the stream. The first round is already out and finished, so stay tuned for the second one. We have 5,000 USDT in red packets that's up for grabs today during the stream. Again, we have 2 rounds. Round 1, if you are already a Bybit user, 250 of you will snag 15 USDT each. All you have to do is register for WSOT and trade more than 50K within 7 days to lock it in. If you're new here and you signed up in the last 3 days, lucky you, 250 of you get 5 USDT each when you register for WSOT and deposit 100 USDT within 7 days. And don't forget, we also have an iPhone 16 Pro Max and AirPods Max for the lucky ones. Just screenshot the stream, post it on X with the hashtag WSOT2025 and the hashtag rewrite and reshape, and tag at Bybit_official and drop your link in the chat. Let's go to our educational segment.
Sure. So time to talk about our masterclass series. We've got a special WSOT edition of Bybit Learns Free to Earn program. 5 exclusive trading modules dropping every 2 days over the next 10 days. You'll learn, you'll earn, and you will walk into the competition way more prepared. And here's the twist. Every single one module is taught by our guests here right on the stream.
Yes, we have 3 of our modules taught by our guests today. But instead of you just reading out your presentations to us, let's have some fun with it. I'm going to ask you one question about your live stream. You can give us just a quick intro into it and then answer the question. We have module 1, getting started in crypto trading with chart champions. Tell us a little bit about your module, and if someone had only 10 minutes to prepare for WSOT, what's one lesson from your module that you think everybody should remember?
Cool. Yeah, so the module is a very basic introduction to trading and like candlestick formations and some very basic entries. I would say that if you only have 10 minutes, then probably the most useful thing to take away would be, for me, probably the swing failure pattern entry trigger. So you do have to have, you're going to have to study a little bit more than 10 minutes to fully understand it. But essentially, yeah, you just wait for a really big high or low, and then you see the candlestick, you see the candle go above the level and back down below, and then it needs to be a big level, because the biggest mistake I see traders, or especially like new people make, is that they think everything is a swing failure pattern. So you have to be a little bit more understanding of what exactly where you should be waiting for them. But yeah, you basically just have a level. You see the candle go above, go back down below, and then essentially, if that's your predefined level and you've got rejected from the level, then you're like, okay, this is clearly somebody's trying to defend the level, and so then you enter after the formation of the like the rejection candle, let's say. And so I talk about it briefly. The whole video is only 10 minutes, but I talk about it for a few minutes. So yeah, that's what I would use as a base 10-minute understanding of trying to trade off of that strategy.
Sounds good. Hopefully everyone has more than 10 minutes to prep.
Yes.
I think that is the case.
Join early.
Module 2 is actually with David Tech. He's telling us things to know before joining WSOT. Give us a quick recap, and this question is actually kind of similar to the previous one. If we could only take away one thing from your module, what would you want it to be?
Okay, very much like Daniel again. Mine is very, very simple. We're going through things, how to take a long position, opening an account on Bybit, opening sub accounts, and just generally easy, simple information to get you started trading. It explains things like different kinds of accounts. And yeah, one thing that I'll take away from it is that a sub account on Bybit can be used as a kind of a superpower in this competition. Making multiple sub accounts allows you to join multiple squads, which I think is great and could be potentially a way of you diversifying your portfolio throughout the WSOT. So that's what I do.
That's how Sammy could join you both.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go, Sammy.
Like
And I'll join you
one
as
account
well.
that runs a bot joins David, and the other manual trading. Yeah.
Sounds cool.
We also have module 3, which is with Dusty PC mastering Bybit WSOT. He was not able to make it with us today, but please, guys, give that a listen. You will learn a lot from it. We have module 4 with Sammy, understanding spot, perpetual, and leverage trading. So when it comes to leverage trading, what is the biggest myth you wish would just disappear? And also give us a quick recap.
Okay, so my modules are about kind of understanding what, you know, spot and leverage trading is, the differences, and kind of some of the key things that you need to keep in mind if you're doing it, especially to keep you safe. I can't stress it enough. Safety, safety, safety. It's the number one thing. You should wear a metaphorical seatbelt while you trade. Just be safe. It's good for you. But inside of that module, we also go over a trading strategy, which is actually quite close to what I follow, and it's something that would have worked quite well recently, and honestly would still work quite well now. Kind of similar to what Daniel mentioned, still different enough to where it would be considered a different strategy, and something that I like, because it's, you know, like I said, I just keep my life simple. I just like, you know, I just like everything being super straightforward. Because I feel like the markets aren't actually as complicated as we kind of make them out to be. We probably just watch like too much, you know, social media stuff and scrolling and stuff like that, and that kind of like makes it seem like a bigger thing than it is. But I really don't think it's like that in real life. So, you know, what we cover there kind of ties all of that and makes it feel a little bit more digestible. But I won't spoil it. Go ahead and watch it. And I'm sorry, what was the other part of your question?
What is the biggest myth you wish would disappear about leverage?
So, look, I don't know about myths specifically, but something that I hate is when people come under this false belief that, see, like in the real world or in school, if you work really hard and you put more hours in and you go above and beyond and you know, just like be extra like diligent about everything and really cross all of your T's and dot your I's, you will get further in life. You'll get better ratings, better grades, you might get a promotion, your boss might like you more, all of that good stuff. But in trading, you don't get paid for doing more work. What actually tends to happen as a trader is you try and put yourself into more places that you don't necessarily belong, i.e. more trades that you don't necessarily need to take. And you do this because you know, like one day you come home and you're like, shit, I want to make some money. I totally get it. I've been there too. And it turns out that, you know, you just try and put a trade in, even when there isn't a trade, just because you want to make some gains. And you're usually kind of, you know, walking yourself into a trap at that point. So, you know, I think less is more, basically. Is that a myth we're dispelling? I don't know, maybe. But it's certainly a very common thinking pattern that, you know, most traders have at some point, especially if they feel desperate to make money. They really want to like overcompensate and do more. Whereas in reality, obviously, you've got to learn the theory, you've got to learn, you know, the practical of how to implement that stuff. But as far as trading, you know, we want to, you know, we want to limit what we do so that what we do takes us further. A lot of the time you take more trades and you just pay back your gains, and just stagger down.
Fair enough. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a hard truth, applies to life as well.
It's all hard truths. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all hard truth. So we also have prepared module 5 featured by Crypto Rover, but unfortunately he's not able to join us today. His module is about mastering trading strategies. So he discussed advanced trading strategies he's been using over the years during WSOT. So it's definitely worth the watch. And also all the modules are live on WSOT landing page. So if you're listening, don't skip these modules. They are free, they are quick, and they are packed with the insider tips straight from the pros.
Please check the chat box. You can save the information there and watch the modules later on. Let's do a quick Q&A session now. Let's see what our users have been asking us in the comment section.
Yeah, I think they have also a lot
Yeah,
about
they've been
trading
asking.
strategies. They keep asking. Yeah.
Okay, so we have someone asking what new changes in 2025 WSOT after 2024?
Okay, I'll take
Yes.
this. I'll just take this.
Stella's the WSOT expert with us today.
So yeah, compared to 2024, WSOT 2025, we have a few changes. The biggest is we lowered the entry threshold. Like last year, you need to have 500 USDT in your equity to be able to register for WSOT. But this year, we removed this. So all you need to do is just to click the register button, and when the competition starts, just make sure to have 100 USDT in your balance in your equity to get the leaderboard activated, and then you can have the rankings. The other changes, we have a larger prize pool share for squad competition this year. So the total squad competition prize pool is 3.6 million. So it's almost 2 times bigger than last year. So no matter if you want to, and also for squad leaders, we don't have any requirements. As long as you think you can find your members, you can lead a squad, then you can simply apply to be a squad leader and lead your team to share the squad prize pool. And other changes, we have we also this year we feature on-chain. So we have WSOT on-chain wave featured by Rio and also by Bit Web3. So you can also trade on-chain to share another price, to share the on-chain price pool as well. But we still keep some of the features of WSOT 2024. For example, like the min and sub accounts, you can register WSOT with the 1 min account and up to 4 sub accounts. So that way you can manage your risk. You can also join other teams. So these are the changes of WSOT 2025. Thank you, Maya.
Sounds good. We have a lot of changes this year. We have another question. This one is, we can ask David since it will be his first WSOT. Do you think rookie traders stand a chance against seasoned pros in competitions like WSOT?
Yeah, I hope so. Very much like Daniel said earlier, I've done a lot of research before coming in and decided to become part of the WSOT. The last couple of years, around 5,000% has been the top leaderboard. So obviously that's going to be quite a hard feat to be able to get in. But with the reduction of the entry barrier of 100 to 0 amount that we have to put onto our accounts, it gives us a chance to be able to go in. And yeah, we've got some really cool people with some really great strategies in there that are leading the what do you call it, the WSOT, I guess. I can't remember the word, but anyway, they're doing great jobs. So the squads, sorry, yeah, there's a load of squads leaders that are that are doing a fantastic job. So, and they're sharing their information. I'm going to be sharing all of my strategies for free, so people can jump in and can use my bots. So I hope that will help for rookie traders to be able to win some gains.
That sounds amazing. We have another question we can ask.
Yes, so we got another question from the audience. I think it's with the market vitality expected during WSOT, How should traders balance aggressive plays with sustainable strategies to remain competitive? So this question is open for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah.
Any takers?
Yeah, you go, Sammy.
Balance aggressive plays, sustainable strategies to remain competitive. I think it's just risk management. I think risk management is the first one. So don't put too much money into any given trade. That's a really, really good starting point. And number two, stop losses. I don't see them as negotiables. I don't know how people still don't set stop losses. It's like 2025. Come on, set your stop losses. And move that stop loss to break even when you're in a bit of a profit. You don't have to lose money on a trade that was in the money. If you were in the money at some point during that trade, you can also secure yourself from losing money on that trade. And one of the beautiful things that does is it allows you to take the next trade without increasing your overall risk profile. Let's say that you've got $100 in your account. You don't want to risk more than $10 total. Well, if you take a trade, you got $10 in, stop loss at break even, your risk is now effectively back down to zero. You can open a new trade. And that means you're getting paid essentially for free from that point on. This isn't just a WSOT thing. This works all the time, always. It's just risk management. It means mitigating risk as much as we can. We want to take risk in very controlled ways. We want to scale back out of that risk in very controlled ways as well, doing everything methodically. Your last question was about seasoned traders versus new traders. The difference is that the seasoned traders just follow pretty easy to develop formula. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You can, and that's good too, but you definitely don't need to. There's a lot of formulas or technical strategies which we've also covered in the modules on the Bybit page, that allow you to kind of do things in a safe way, and then from there it's just about not putting too much money in so you don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah.
I think we're ready for another question. For Daniel, actually, since you've participated before, what's your process for building a team, a squad?
Yeah, so ideally we would like people that are taking it seriously in terms of trading as we would every day. So I don't really advise people trying to take the super high leverage trades, and basically we want people that are taking it seriously in terms of like finding good trades, taking good trades, and not trying to leverage the massive trades just to get first place, let's say, because a lot of the time, because we've been in these competitions a lot of the people that will do that, they'll get in first place for a few days, and then you look a few days later and they're off the leaderboard because they've been liquidated, sort of thing. So it's best to just, as I've been saying, like, just take it slow, steady, find a good trades, take them with low leverage, and don't worry so much about I really need to be on first place, because you're probably going to get liquidated if you're using that super high leverage. So I'd say our squad is more about just what we try and do every day, and just consistency, and you get consistency by just taking high probability trades but not going over leveraged on them, and you have to stick to your risk management rules.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing that with us. We actually have one more question I think would be interesting for all of you to answer. In what ways has trading behavior, not just in WSOT but in general in trading, how have traders evolved compared to previous years, especially with the rise of AI-driven strategies?
Have we noticed a change from AI, like in the markets? What are we thinking?
Personally, I've not. I would say not so much. The only difference I noticed really from, let's say, like 5 years ago, is that the volatility is a lot less, of course. But I think the natural, right, with the ETFs and all the institutional volume, but from AI itself, personally, I can't say I notice a difference trading every day now than I did 5 years ago. But
I remember talking to like real doom and gloom people, like intellectual, smart people, you know, like 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago about like, are you still going to be a trader in 5 years? What about the bots? What about, you know? And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like markets move based on psychology, you know, like bots just react. So, you know, and the argument, of course, was that they would become so sophisticated. And I think it makes sense. Like I can see it happening, but it hasn't happened yet. I can't say. I don't know about you. What do you think, David?
Personally, I've spent a lot of time backtesting and trying to build machine learning bots and had very little success with them. AI for me has helped me to build strategies. I have lots of AI agents that help build strategies, backtest strategies, and forward test strategies, which is amazing because it used to take me hours and hours to code them myself and backtest them. So that's cool. But the actual movement in the market, it obviously exists because there's the Medallion Fund, which is the biggest, most now well-known fund in the world, which uses machine learning. But I think for the retail trader, machine learning is a bit far from us at the moment.
We don't have that tech, you know.
We don't have
what, yeah.
They're super high frequency trading. We need to buy servers really, really close next door to Bybit to be able to even get close to what the Medallion Fund are doing. But yeah, for AI, I think that it just helps to script, to build strategies, backtest ideas, instead of just relying on things you may see on YouTube. You can take that idea. You can even take the transcript from the YouTube video, put it into ChatGPT. It will code it for you, and it will backtest the strategy for you. So
incredible.
It takes a lot less time than it did before. Yeah, it's cool. I love AI.
Yeah.
I no longer have any friends. They're all AI.
That's great. Thanks for the sharing. So we got one last question from our audience because we've been talking about risk management. So the audience, they want to know how exactly you manage your risk during trading. This is for all as well.
Yeah, it's a good question. Go on. Go on.
You go first. I'll go second. It's cool.
Sure. No, it's a good question. I think you want to define risk, right? So you want to look at your total portfolio size and define what you're willing to put into every trade. And it's really important to define this because you're going to see a really good trade in a week and it's going to sweep you off your feet and you're going to want to throw your rules out of the window. And sticking to it will keep you safe in case you're wrong, because you'll be wrong more often than you want to be wrong. So I think that's really important. And then I think a big one is not stacking risk, right? So a lot of people will take a position on Bitcoin, but then they'll take a position on Solana, and both of them will be longs. And that's effectively kind of like just taking one position, which we could label as optimistic, right? Like you're expecting the market to go up. Ultimately, if Bitcoin goes up, Solana is probably going up with it, and vice versa. So stacking risk, like if you define your maximum risk, you've got $100 in your account and you want to trade with $10 max, that's going to be $10 on Bitcoin, but another Solana position doubles your risk without you even realizing it. So those are things that you want to keep in mind to not let it run away from you.
Yeah, no, I do agree with that because a lot of time people, like you say, that people take all long positions on 5-10 different altcoins, let's say, and then they realize when the market drops down, they take 10 different losses.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, I would just say in terms of risk management, and the mistake that I see all the time is people not knowing how to position size correctly. So let's say they have $100 in their account. Every trade is just $100. They don't know how to position correctly. So I would just use a really simple like 1% risk formula. So just take your position size. You then want to work out the percentage of the risk. So obviously every trade has a different percentage. You should have probably a different percentage risk every trade. So rather than just thinking, every trade I take has just got a 2% stop loss, I would do, a Pacific, this is every trade's different at the end of it. Of course, it depends on your strategy, but for me anyway, every trade is different. So every trade has a different percentage risk. So you would just simply take your percentage risk and divide it by the account. So the actual formula itself is, you can say, I don't actually use this myself, but this is what I would teach people. So you take your position size, and to do that, you want to do account size times the percentage risk divided by the stop loss. For example, 2% stop loss, and that will give you how big your position size should be. And that's just a good way as a learner. Well, not even a learner, to be fair, like anyone can use it, but it's a good way so you're not just randomly entering $100 or because most people are just entering their account size in every trade. So it goes way more complex than this if you start thinking about hedging and all this type of stuff. But for basic beginners, I would say just use a real basic formula to work out your position size. So yeah, if you want to risk $10 per trade, then every position size should be a different size, shouldn't be the same size every trade.
You don't want to go all in on every trade, because that's not going to work out long run. And the power of compounding, if you take it a little bit more conservatively, like we just discussed, is actually quite strong. Like if you run the numbers, a couple of 30% profits will just literally double your account balance. So you're looking for repeatable gains on reasonable amounts of money, rather than just throwing everything you've got at the wall and hoping that this time it doesn't screw up.
Yeah, it's funny because I know earlier you said about like how are people not using stop losses in 2025. Yeah. All the time I see every day people are like, oh yeah, I just didn't put a stop loss, and I think people just have their belief that this trade is going to be the winner, so they're so scared to get stopped out, and it's crazy. Yeah, literally, yeah. People get wrecked every day by
we're not here to gamble. Yeah, we're not here to gamble. That's a really important distinction. You've got casinos for that. And that's not what this is. Like, you can actually do well at this consistently for the long run if you follow a good strategy.
Yeah, you got more percentage winning in the casino.
Oh yeah,
than randomly trading.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I think that's great advice to end this stream on. Stella, tell us when the competition starts and when everybody should sign up.
Sure. The preheat starts today. I think it's already, it's about to start. It will start at 10 a.m. UTC time. So we have, and then the main competition will start on 27, still at the same time, 10 a.m. UTC time. So guys, don't forget to, if you haven't joined WSOT, just come to join and to join a squad, or to apply for squad leaders, or you can join as a solo player. Anyway, you can find your place in WSOT. And also, when the competition starts, just trade. Don't do anything else, just trade.
Again, thank you everybody who's listening into this live stream, and a big thank you to David, Daniel, and Sami for sharing their wisdom with us today. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you both.
Cheers.